Grand Teton National Park, an American national park located in the state of Wyoming. Hello and welcome to this video about a one-day itinerary in this park. The park has the majestic Teton Range, pristine lakes, Snake River, and extraordinary wildlife. It is located just 10 miles south of Yellowstone National Park. Although one can easily spend a couple of days in the park, we just had one day in hand to visit the park. We had spent our last 6 days in Yellowstone and Glacier National Park. I would request you to watch those videos as well if you haven't watched them yet. The links are in the description. Today is the last day of our trip. Tomorrow we have our flight back to Dallas. Last night we stayed at an Airbnb in Swan Valley. This morning we checked out and started driving towards the park. Before entering the park, we would make a quick stop at Jackson. Jackson is a beautiful holiday town and is the gateway to Grand Teton National Park. This is one of the 4 elk antler arches present in the town square. During the winter season, skiing is a very popular activity here. We picked up our lunch from here and headed towards the park. With wonderful lodging options, local restaurants, and beautiful scenery all around, Jackson is a hot favorite destination for tourists. It is the beginning of September and fall season is already in the air. While heading towards the park, we could see these bunch of trees with beautiful colors. The entrance to Grand Teton National Park is just 5 miles north of Jackson. Towards the north of Grand Teton lies Yellowstone National Park. The same road from Grand Teton continues to Yellowstone. Grand Teton has a loop road that covers the different points of interest in the park. So why are they called Grand Tetons? Well, historically, when the French-speaking trappers came to this region, they called the mountains Les Trois Tetons in French, which means the 3 tits or the 3 nipples. They called them so because of the mountain's pointed shape. The word grand was added later to emphasize the size of the mountains. While heading into the park, we made a quick stop at the National Park sign. It's a beautiful stop with the National Park sign along with the Tetons on the background. We clicked a couple of photographs and headed towards the park again. Jackson Hole Airport is located inside the national park. If you don't prefer driving and want to fly directly into the park, this is a good option for you. The entrance road runs in parallel to the Teton mountain range. Our first stop would be at Glacier View Turnout Point. It's a perfect stop to enjoy the unobstructed view of the entire Teton Mountains. A paved trail from the parking lot brings you to this point. You get to see the entire mountain range across Snake River Valley. After spending some time here, we move forward. Our next stop would be Snake River Overlook. This overlook point gives the view of the Teton Mountains over the Snake River. This famous photograph by Ansel Adams was clicked from this point. The trees being too tall now, we don't get to see the entire river, yet the view is incredibly beautiful. We are heading towards Oxbow Bend next. Oxbow Bend is a crescent-shaped section along the Snake River. With Mount Moran standing tall across the river, this stop is a beautiful one for a quick break. The next stop in the list is Jackson Lake. The lake was pretty dry and we didn't have much to do, so we proceeded forward. Our next stop is Jackson Lake Dam. The primary purpose of Jackson Lake Dam is to control the flow of water from Jackson Lake to Snake River so that there is adequate water supply for irrigation in the Snake River Basin. It's right along the way and is a good stop for a quick break. Next, we would visit Signal Mountain. We would drive up to the summit, which is around 5 miles away from the main Teton Park road. At the summit, you get a beautiful view of the Jackson Lake along with the Teton mountain range on the background. We would next visit String Lake. While driving towards String Lake, a grizzly bear quickly crossed the road in front of our car. It was so swift that we couldn't capture it on camera. String Lake is a shallow lake and a popular area for picnic, swimming and relaxing. A short walk from the parking lot brings you to this point. There's another lake called Leigh Lake nearby, which is about a walk of 1 mile from here. We didn't have the time to visit Leigh Lake, so we had to skip it. Our final stop for the day would be at Jenny Lake. Jenny Lake is a beautiful lake with the mountains on the background. Several popular hikes start from here. We took a small one though. The sunset happened earlier than usual since the sun hid behind the mountains, leading to a beautiful sunset. This brings us to the end of our trip at Grand Teton National Park. We would drive towards Jackson now to exit the park. With this, we come to the end of our 1-week trip to Yellowstone National Park, Glacier National Park, and Grand Teton National Park. We are flying back to Dallas from Salt Lake City tomorrow evening. We are staying in Salt Lake City tonight. It's a drive of around 300 miles and should take us around 5 hours to cover. That's all for today. If you like the video, do hit the like button, share the video with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. If you have any question, suggestion, feedback, do let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.